Do you know what's really interesting about this comment from one of my Christian friends here? Jesus literally said he came to bring division. He said he brought a sword to divide. He said he came to turn families against one another. The Jesus of the Bible, the actual one, not the right-wing version of it, was hated by the religious and political establishment of the day. He didn't try to conform to the status quo of the religion of his people. He stood staunchly against it. The belief of his religion is you conformed to your community narrative and you would be good. And Jesus said that's not the story of heaven at all. The kingdom of heaven requires you to leave behind your family legacy and family religion. And in a day when family would support evil people who believe evil deeds are okay as long as they're doing God's will to make their country great again, they're okay. And Jesus said, I'm not behind that at all. As many of you say to me in comments, and I agree, if Jesus were on earth today, right-wing Christians would despise him, just as the religious people of the first century did. Jesus sat with the Samaritans, the Muslims, the atheists, the non-Christians of his day, the ones hated by the religious establishment of the country. Jesus sat with and touched the lepers, the marginalized, the outcast of his society, which would be the LGBTQ plus of today and their allies, the people of color, who Christians would say, well, it's fatherlessness, that's their problem. They clearly don't understand family the way we do. And Jesus told the story of the Samaritan, the good one, and juxtaposed that person against the ones that were considered the most righteous and good in the culture. Jesus would have nothing good to say about the Greg Locks, the Franklin Grahams, the Jerry Falwell Jr.'s of today. He would call them whitewashed tombs and sons of Satan. And he would say to Christians, you think voting against abortion and against gay marriage makes you righteous, but I tell you, it's the one who's out there hugging and loving those ostracized from the church that inherit the kingdom of heaven. I even wrote a novel about it called Joseph Comes to Town, where I show that commenters like this, if Jesus were incarnate in America today, would hate his guts. Because there's nothing in the story of Jesus in the Gospels that indicates he would support right-wing Christianity in America today. Nothing at all.